Can you relate to this? It's 2 p.m. on Friday afternoon. You're working away. Just a couple more hours till the weekend, baby. You are in the home stretch until your boss saunters over to your desk and says, "Hey, I need you to do this report for me ASAP. I'll expect to have that Monday morning." And then he saunters away. And you think that math is not operating correctly because it's 2 o'clock, which is almost 5 o'clock Friday time. And I work on Monday morning and I don't work on weekends. So when was I supposed to do this? But he's already gone because he's packing up because he wants to go home. And then you are immediately thinking about all of the other times that this a-hole has done that to you and how disrespectful it is to not give you the right amount of time. Because what do we love to say in the boundaries world? Your urgency does not make me have an emergency. I think that's the saying. So how many times has this happened to you, either in your life or at the office, where somebody says something to you and it makes you want to just lose your mind, maybe even slam a keyboard across the cubicles, maybe even throw your computer out the window? But unfortunately, we can't act this way because we are at work and we need to be professional. So what is somebody who's a sensitive yet high-achieving woman supposed to do in a situation like this? How are you supposed to protect your peace in an environment where you are surrounded by unsympathetic and emotionally unintelligent animals? I got you. Here are 3 ways that you get to stay cool as a cucumber, even in the most frustrating of situations. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to help you to create peace and inner tranquility no matter what is happening around you, right? Be the eye of the storm. I would love to help you do that, even if you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, which I'm sure you are if you are a woman in this modern world. So often we think that other people are just trying to deliberately make our lives difficult, like the boss at the beginning of this video, who may or may not be based on a real person. But these people who come in and test you, we tend to give them so much of our energy. And in reality, that is a complete waste because they don't deserve it. This is really just us when we are putting so much blame and energy and focus onto the other people around us, to the apes that we work with. We are really doing ourselves a disservice because we are handing them our power. For example, how would your mindset shift and your relationship to work change if you knew that your boss and these other people who annoyed you aren't doing it deliberately to make your life difficult? But when you have these very real and fair reactions, that it's your responsibility to speak up, to place a boundary. But we don't want to do that, do we? Because we want to be good employees. You are a hard worker. Of course you can get that report done by Monday morning. It's no problem. But what is the cost? The cost is you taking extra time, not getting the actual things that you had planned for the Friday afternoon done, and most likely your precious weekend time doing things that you'd rather be doing. Those things are now put on hold because you have to do this report for your boss that is suddenly so urgent, when in reality, he's probably not even going to look at it until Tuesday afternoon. So here's the story that you tell yourself, that you aren't going to be a good employee if you cannot show up in this way, that you are going to get overlooked for this promotion and what are they going to think about you? And then it starts to spiral out of control, and that fear is what makes us stay in line and act in a certain way that really doesn't serve us. Over the past 8 years, I have had the privilege of working with sensitive, high-achieving women to let go of this internal stress that they're feeling, to let go of these patterns and these belief systems that are keeping them in work dynamics and in situations that do not serve them. And I've helped them to create peace and tranquility in their lives no matter what is happening around them. And I would love to help you do the same right now. So here it is, the most important piece of advice and information I think I've ever received. And that is, you can't control another person. I know as unfortunate as that is, because life would be so much easier, right, if we could just control other people around us. But we can control how we react and the next steps that we're taking afterwards. If you want to step into your power in your life, if you want to create a life that you love and be less anxious and less worried, the time has come for you to step into your power and to take responsibility for the way that you feel and speak up for yourself. So I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to assist you with this right now by providing you 3 shifts that I hope that you can take in your life that is going to make situations like this one and all of the other situations that really trigger you either at the office or at work, so that you can create that mental tranquility wherever it is that you are. So I have used these same 3 shifts while I worked in corporate, while I was healing my depression and my anxiety, and while working with clients over the past 8 years. These 3 shifts are going to help you to stay cool as a cucumber, even in the most stressful and obnoxious and triggering of situations. Number 1 is subtract. Before you add anything onto your schedule or your to-do list, or in office speak, we call this delegate. Whether you delegate it to a trash bin or somebody else on your team. The things that we need to work on subtracting are the years of stressful deadlines, are the years of burnout and stress that you continue to mull over and just work through. It is the heartbreaks that have been sitting with you for a long time. It is the disappointments. It is the fear. It is the anxiety. It is the ruminating thoughts that keep you up at night. We need to remove these things from your energy, from your mind, and from your body, okay? Think of yourself like a pipe. This is the best way I can describe this. So you're a pipe, right? And when we get a clog in the pipe, it just keeps collecting all of the gunk from your kitchen sink, right? And then the clog is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually, there's not going to be much water that's getting through. And then you're getting all these backups. And then maybe eventually, there's so much pressure that's built in this pipe that it just bursts. And then that's when we get these huge outbursts and we snap on our spouse, or we finally yell at our office mate for not listening to us. We finally, God forbid, snap at our boss and then have to retreat and apologize later. If we can be proactive about this stuff, we can remove this clog so that the energy, the information, all of our feelings have a clear channel to run through. And that is why we need to subtract. And if you have no idea how to even begin subtracting, I want you to click the link in my description box below, because I have a free transformation that is going to help you to do this. It is going to provide you a very quick and clear meditation that is going to guide you through clearing yourself, subtracting yourself in less than 12 minutes. So that is linked below and is absolutely free, and I think you're going to love it. Now, once you have done some subtraction, once you've released, you are going to feel a really immediate shift. You're going to feel lighter, and you're going to notice that your thoughts are a lot calmer because there's less of them bumping around and getting stuck in there. And we've now created enough space that you're able to actually see what lies beneath, what is bubbling up to the surface and making you react or snap on your spouse or feel unsafe within this environment to speak up and set boundaries. Because let me tell you, the thoughts that you are having that say, I just have to do this, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't, are probably not rooted in reality. They are rooted in a fear that is an expression of a fear. Because in reality, nothing bad is going to happen. But where your mind goes is to the worst case scenario. And that is human nature. But that's also a belief system that we have. And through a simple process, you're able to actually overcome these belief systems and transform them into something that's actually going to help you and serve you and support you in creating that peace and that joy in your life. If you think that these mindset shifts are going to help you to create more peace in your life, either at work or your personal life, please hit the like button. I would love to get that confirmation from you, and I would love to hear from you below. What are some things that you do that help you to create peace, even in the most chaotic of situations? I'd love to continue the conversation down there. And number 3, Once you have identified, brought awareness to some of the triggers that are going on underneath, and you've begun to reprogram them, you now have the opportunity to decide the type of person that you want to be. Because making a decision about who you are is the first step in becoming more empowered and stepping in to that person. But just deciding that you want to do that and forcing yourself through these new habits isn't going to get you to where it is that you want to go. And I think that that is where a lot of people get stuck, is they're like, I want to get fit. So they just start exercising every single day right away. And then over time, they just kind of burn out of it and they go back to the same habits. Now, why is this? It is absolutely part of our beliefs. But if we are able to shift our identity as to be the person that we really want to be, all of the belief systems kind of come online with it. It's like putting on a brand new outfit and suddenly being able to embody this brand new identity. So let me ask you, who is the version of you that walks into the office with confidence? Who is that person that is able to easily establish boundaries with their boss or with their family? Who is that version of you? And what does she do in this world? How does she feel? How does she stand? What is her name? You can really spend a really beautiful amount of time in this place of dreaming and thinking about who it is that is this powerful version of you, because it is you. It's just this more elevated, happier, stronger version of yourself. It is totally possible for you now. So once you have released and subtracted a lot of the things that you are carrying around and have been carrying around for decades, you have dove super deep to understand these triggers that you are seeing pop up in your life all over the place, and you've started to transform them, and you've identified the person that you need to become in order to walk into any room and to feel happy and peaceful so that you can step into her every single day. You are well on your way to creating peace and to be protective of your energy no matter what is happening around you, because you are becoming unshakable. Now, these 3 steps are really big and really bold and really beautiful, but there is a way that I can support you through this process, and that is linked below in the description box. It's called Anxiety Alchemy. It is a free 3-part transformation that is going to walk you through how to do this step by step. And if, of course, you need more support from me, I would love to chat with you more about this. I can put my link to book a call with me so I can chat with you about how I can help you specifically. I'll put that right below. So once you have done all of these steps, you are going to notice yourself being less reactive to the chaotic nature of the people around you. You're going to even walk onto the floor and feel less affected by maybe some of the negative vibes that are happening around you. And I really want to hear from you. How have these mindset shifts landed for you? Which one are you most excited about? Please let me know in the comments below. At the end of the day, I want you to keep this in mind. Blame says they're doing this because they know it gets under my skin. Accountability asks, what is it about this situation that is upsetting me right now? What am I making this mean? If you can shift your perspective in every situation in your life to ask how it is actually impacting you and what you are making it mean, you are going to claim all of your power back from these people who have driven you nuts for years. And you are going to begin to do such incredible transformation on yourself that you will be unrecognizable in just a few months. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am so excited to watch you transform. If you have not done so already, I would love it if you could subscribe so that we can continue to get to know each other and I can continue to support you in your journey of creating peace and bliss no matter what is happening around you. Thank you for liking and sharing and being here and being you. I'm sending you all the love.